So we're feeding cows. This is what we do every night. Right now we're feeding 3 bales every night, 3 big round bales every night. As you can see up there, you've seen a little bit before, the tractor and the hay processor. We call it the hay processor. So the hay processor takes the bales and it grinds the hay up, kind of like chops it up like maybe you'd have your salad all chopped up, right? So it makes the hay more palatable for the cattle, and it puts it in a nice row, and they all walk along and they kind of pick and choose what they want. What they don't eat, they use for bedding. So our hay processor, it can have 2 bales in it at one time. So we've already ground 2 bales. The cows they're not real hungry, even though we kind of overfeed them. They have all these babies. So, you know, we want to make sure that they have plenty to eat. So we feed them, and then whatever they don't use, whatever they don't eat, they lay on for bedding as well. But as you can see, they're kind of mixing, mingling around, and they're kind of eating. It's like a buffet. They kind of walk down the line and they figure out what they want to eat, and then they eat it. So the hay is a roughage. And the first 2 bales are alfalfa, and the alfalfa has a lot of protein in it. And just like you and me, we need to eat our protein. And also we need some energy foods, like some fats. And then of course we need our roughage. So this is the hay. The alfalfa hay is not only a protein source, it's high in protein, but it also has a roughage. Now we're coming out with the bale processor. Just has 1 bale. Now that's a grass hay bale. Now it doesn't have as much protein in it as, say, the alfalfa, and it's not as sweet, but it has other nutrients in it that the cows may need. So we go ahead and we put this out as well. So 3 bales we're putting out for this group of cows right here and their baby calves. What's really fun this time of night is when you go and all the baby calves start running around. And they're not really running around tonight. I'm kind of sad that you don't get to see this, but it's kind of funny. All the mamas will be up eating, so all the babies run around like they're getting into trouble. They start running like crazy little teenagers, and they all take on their own personalities. You can kind of see over there, some of them are kind of playing around in the hay and having a lot of fun, but maybe after a little while he's rolling out the hay bale, the prairie bale. So grass hay is what we call it. So the other good thing about the bale processor, you can see a lot of dust, right? So as the bale processor is cutting up the hay and laying it down on the ground, it does get rid of some of that dust as well. I took pictures of, you know, in the summertime we're putting up hay because, you know, these cows, they need a lot of groceries, they need a lot of feed, so we have to have that. In a little bit, I'll go out and I'll show you the rye. I don't know if you remember when I was in the combine and in the tractor and the grain cart, I told you where, you know, we had combined the beans, we had already combined the beans, but I was showing you how we combined the corn, but we had already planted the bean field to rye so that it would come up so we'd be able to run our cows on the rye. Now, the rye is growing and it's pretty green right now, but we're waiting probably next week or the week after is when we'll turn them out on the rye, because we want the ryegrass to get, you know, a little bit taller so that it can keep ahead of the cows. Otherwise, if we turn the cows out too soon and the baby calves out on the rye, they'll eat it all down and then it won't grow. The cows will eat off the growth part of the rye, and so they'll just ruin it, and then it won't keep growing and feeding them. You can see some of the baby calves running around over there, and the cows, as like I said, they kind of pick and choose, and they run back and forth and decide what they want. And also, it's kind of funny how the mama cows, you know, they're all worried about their babies. You know, they want to know where those babies are, and so they are kind of aware where their babies are, and they do get kind of irritated if the babies are out running around and not paying attention to them. Again, they just have their own personalities, and it is a lot of fun. This time of the year is just a lot of fun. Moses! Here's the little part. This is the cow that calved last night, the R547. And there's their little baby laying in the hay, just hanging out. He's already using the hay as bedding, and Mom's got him laying down. Yeah, see, Mom's pushing that other calf away because she knows that's not hers. She doesn't want that other calf eating milk, because that milk is for her baby. And there's our rye. This on the other side of the hot wire fence here. And there's the pivot. There's the tree line that we were at. If you can see way over there, that was the tree line we were up against when we were combining in the fall. But this is the rye. This is where the beans were planted. And that we combined and we planted the rye. So this is half of the pivot. So we got quite a few acres here of ryegrass. And as you can see, it's all green. And it's really nice. I mean, it's just really nice color. Everybody loves green in the spring, right? But pretty soon we'll turn them out there. And then that rye, as soon as it warms up, you know, it's starting to get warmer. And of course we had some rain. It's kind of muddy out here. And so it'll start growing and it'll keep up with the cows eating it. So we're just kind of waiting. And like I said, probably next week or maybe the week after we'll turn the cows out there. If we would just have some sun, you know, the last probably week and a half, you know, and the weather hasn't been that bad, but we just don't have any sun. And you know, when it comes to growing anything, the garden, corn, soybeans, anything that you grow, we just have to have that sun. That sun just makes a big difference. It makes a big difference in our attitudes, right? As well. I mean, I'm much happier when the sun is out, right? Aren't you? There's the new mama. And her baby laid back down. We got him up, but he's laid back down now. He's probably had a big day.